morning, factory workers. Good morning, alpaca. How are you today? Another busy day here on the morning coffee. First things first, we need to get our cup out. We need to get our cup of coffee. Lots to do today. I cheated. I got my cup early. Let's get her coffee too. There we go. All right. Now, what are we doing today? Well, we got some things going on with our cities. So, sorry, I'm gonna be shuffling on the deck a little bit because I've been writing my notes out. I found my old notes from when I first built this save, and some interesting things about that is that I have written up. So I've been kind of looking through what AI was giving us at cities. Realized we have an issue. Um, and the issue is copper. We didn't, we weren't moving our copper parts around, and that's going to be a problem later, um, when we're doing uh, nuclear pasta and um, some things that like Electronic City is uses a bunch of cable. Now we could locally source um, some of that stuff, but I think it's more advantageous to be shipping that stuff around. So we went back and forth with the AI a little bit, and we came to the consensus that we need a copper town. And as part of that, it would shrink our steel city footprint down a little bit because it's pretty big, um, by a couple blocks. Because instead of locally sourced copper, because I was thinking about it, we've got that one copper node by our steel city, and we're not sourcing anything in. We can be moving those parts in from a copper city and leveraging some of the pure nodes off of the map better. That being said, uh, I also got my modeler window working so that I can show this now. And here's kind of like some of our current ones. And part of it that I realized was we needed that copper powder. I'm like, well, where are we going to make copper powder? Because I don't want to. Project City is not supposed to get any raw resources pushed into it. Um, Everything is supposed to be apart from a different city or from the hub. Like we're gonna be moving parts into the hub, and then from the hub into Project City, so or Project Assembly Capital, which we have to name. That's gonna be our most fantastic name. Hopefully, it's also gonna be like it should be our largest city with a possible skyline to it type of feel. Um, because it's kind of four cities rolled up in one. One for each one of the phase parts. So we'll have like a nuclear pasta district. So I'm kind of like calling them districts. So there's like a nuclear pasta district. There is the ballistic warp drive district. There is the biochemical sculptor district. And if we go into this, I can kind of show that. And this is um, it's a bit messy, but this kind of shows the different districts, right? We're going to have these four different districts that are creating the one part that gets sent into the space elevator. I'm going to clean this up a little bit with the routing so that it looks a little better. I did clean up, I think I cleaned this one up. Yeah, so it looks something a little bit more like this, where we've got, our uh, kind of our belt situation on that. So we need to do this for a Copper City. And I think the Copper City is going to be located. So if you kind of think about the map underneath, we've got out here in the Rocky Desert, we've got our Ruston Heights and Steeltopia started. Down here, we'll have our Oil City. Uh, Out here in the middle, this is going to be out over the water, the project assembly. And this may have to move up or over a little bit because down here we're going to have a city too. I think this is where we're going to put advanced materials um, city. And I was looking on the map, and I believe that if we do, and I may have to combine a couple things into Copper City. Copper City may also be doing quartz. As I'm going through it, I'm kind of trying to go through all the cities and list them out so I can figure out what we need to make sure that our plan is complete. We're going to put a new city here, and this will be the Copper City, name to be determined. And um, in here, we are going to have the obvious input of well, we're going to need to make copper ingots, right? Oh, actually, how did I do that with the Iron City? I forgot the way I did this with this. Oh, I started with that. So no inputs from trains, right? This is a base. This is one of our base cities. So we shouldn't. There won't be any inputs off of trains. So we're gonna need a couple miners here. Let's see. Because I want to have the train routes mapped out in that other one. So we don't need this one. We'll delete that. What we need is we need our copper ore, and we need a Caterium ore right now. And then from this, we're going to go to ingot. And from ingot, we're going to go to wire. And we're going to go to cable. Cable. Oh, no. Sorry. Oh, no, I messed up. From this, we're going to go to sheet. Copper sheet. And then from this, we're going to go to cable. And then we're also going to be producing our quick wire here. Oh, we got one more thing that this is going to do. This is also going to do our copper powder. Right. Then from this, we'll go ahead and move this down one more. We're going to do our ingot and then our quick wire. And from there, we can do a bunch of different things. And it also supports some of our alts as well. Okay. So, and then from here, this is going to go into our depot, which will be a storage container. Our copper powder will go into a storage container. Our sheets will go into a storage container. Our cable, you guessed it, storage container. Let's move these out to here. And then finally, our wire goes to a storage container. Okay? And then each of these is going to go to, the overflow will go to a sink. And then will be an output. So that's going to be our output trade. All right, so that's going to be kind of how we're going to do our Copper City. Like that, like that. All right, hopefully that's clear. And zoom in on this a little bit. Now, so Frank was telling me that if I double click this, we can change this to like a full on that, and we're going to put these on pure nodes, right? So we're going to have 480, and that's not overclocked. If we overclock those, which would be 250 with full shards. Why is that not? Do I not have my num lock on? I did not have my number lock on. Like that. Now, that's how much we're going to get off of one node at full, because we're gonna have 3 pure nodes where I want to set this up at, and we're gonna have, I think, 1 pure node here too, but we're gonna end up getting 1200 out of that at a time. It makes for a massive amount of copper. There's location we could probably do everything we need for the game off of 1 pure node, possibly. I did do it in the previous morning coffee save with 2. Um, so having 3, we should never have a copper problem. The biggest one is this copper powder. That copper powder just eats. Uh, well, we need 200 at a time for a nuclear pasta, because that's the only thing that this copper powder is really used for. I do believe if I come off of the copper powder, I think that's the only, yeah, nuclear pasta is the only thing it's used for, but it uses a lot of it. Um, so so yeah, that's our plan. So we're gonna build this city out. And where are we gonna put this? We are gonna put this out in a new area. It's gonna be kind of dicey. We are actually gonna go take a sip of coffee because I'm drying out. See that tree over there? I think that is the edge of the Titan Forest. And there's an area near at the north end of the Titan Forest, which, if I open up my map, right, so these are the Titan trees, these black kind of spidery looking things. Oh, but you can see them kind of spread out here in the gray. Let me move this over. So this area right here has our pure copper nodes. We have coal right here. We have quartz right here. And I believe our Caterium node that we're going to pull is from over here somewhere. And we're going to be in this area. So what's the problem with this area? Big bad guys. I actually think I'm going to make the city down here, because our main line's going to be coming down through the canyon. And since our main line's going to be coming through here, this will be an easy on-off um, for picking up the copper. So our station will be down here. Our city will be here in this big open space in between, in the junction, and then our mining routes will basically come down this ramp and into town. So our input thing will be here. The other thing I think we're going to add to this, it will be a second train. I'm sorry, I totally left my modeler up. Let me go back through that. I forgot to turn the modeler off. So okay, rewind. Let's try this again. That area. So we're at our base here. Take a sip of coffee. Let's try this again. Okay, that big tree over there, and some of those big trees, that is the Titan Forest that we're seeing over there. On the map, here we are. Titan Forest, and I think that, let's see. Oh no, that is not the Titan Forest. We're seeing these trees here. That is actually the Lake Valley. Where we want to be is over here. And right here around this little pond is our copper nodes. Around this tree is our quartz nodes. And then somewhere over here, I don't remember the exact location, is our deuterium node. And I think what I'll probably do is I may, and then Nuke City's going to be, Nuke City 2 is going to be right there at the waterfall. Our town, you can see this little intersection here. This is actually a really big area to build out. And we don't have a ton of city blocks. I think we were like eight blocks maybe. But we are going to have to bring in, I think we're going to pull all three resources in. I think we're going to do quartz here in copper quartz canyon or whatever, something like that. Shiny Copperville. um, so let's actually update our modeler for that because I did not take that into account for the quartz, and I don't have another location to make quartz. Like I don't have a quartz town, and those three quartz nodes are probably the best ones on the map. And this is a fairly small town. We've only got 7 blocks here, and we're only going to be adding a couple. So we're going to need our raw quartz miner, and we're going to push this out to silica or quartz crystal. Just like that. That's it. And then again, we're going to have 2 storage containers for those. Storage container like that. And then push these to outputs. So we need silica. And we need quartz crystal. And just like that, we've expanded. It's really only adds 2 more blocks and another input station um, to our build. So doing that, it gives us a little bit bigger city, but solves an issue for us on some of the resources we need because we have a lot of cities that need these 2 things, especially our advanced materials. When we're doing aluminum, we're probably going to have to start with this. I don't think I have the alt unlocked for pure aluminum yet, and that's one of the things too that I was looking at too. Is like, what are the alts that we want to unlock to improve throughputs and maybe reduce inputs as well. So there's 2 aluminum ones that allow us to not produce or use silica. So if we do sloppy alumina and pure aluminum ingots, we don't need that silica requirement anymore. So, all right, so that's our new plan. And so what do we have now? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then this is all 10 blocks in our city, and which is not too bad. And we're actually gonna, I think the way we're gonna lay this one out, this will be okay. I actually think we're gonna do default styling, kind of box type cities on this one with the orange walls because, and maybe we'll paint them with the copper. We'll take a look and see. I'm not quite sold, but definitely something we can build quickly on that one. All right, so let's go back to game, and we're gonna. So we got to get out here too, and that also means we got to bring our main line out here when we're done, so that we can get those parts back to other cities. Um, so close the map off. And let's go. Let's put some music on today. Let's see. Let's go with. Let's go with Sanctum 2. Yeah. Because we're going to have to do some traveling and some fighting. I don't know if I have a power network to get out there either. I know I don't have a hypertube network. This might be our furthest point west. Or east, sorry, wrong direction. Get some of the pretty views of the map. Oh, I have a rail. I did do a single line main line through here. Maybe we'll bring our main line through the front. What was that? That sounded like something that wanted to eat me. Oh. Well, this isn't going to be as bad as I thought. We may have to change our plan a little bit. But only for the output. So I may bring the main line right through here. Just double this up. And straighten it out. Oh, these are some, yeah, I don't know if we'll use this area, but we've got coal and some good iron nodes right here. I think is that where we're at? No, this is the iron. These are some iron pure nodes here. There is one copper node over here somewhere too. But it's not as good as where we're going. We are going to the densest population of copper nodes that I could find on the map. That lake, I think, is where the coal nodes are. This is where we gotta watch ourselves. We got all kinds of nasties in this area. I don't. So here's the Titan trees. So we are now entering the Titan forest. We're kind of on edge. We're kind of skirting it. We do have, it looks like we've got, I don't know if we have oil over here or not, but those look like oil puddles to me. This area is tough. Just because we've got fart blocks and we've got critters protecting things. There's just a lot of activity here. Some of the hardest fights in the game are over in this area if you're not careful. There's irradiated pigs and irradiated spiders, which are the biggest, baddest ones in the game. They take a lot of ammo to get rid of in this area. Like, you see this rail here that I have coming off. I think I stopped going that direction for a reason. So I think that's where one of the big bad spiders is. Yeah, you see there's the end of the line there, and I'm like, oh, I don't want to fight him because he's in there. There he is right there. Sitting on that little cliff right there. And I'm like, oh, no, I don't want to deal with that. Unfortunately, we need to get over there because our nodes are that way. And we don't have way over there right now. So we're gonna backtrack a little bit. I think we want to come off a little bit differently here. This is going through the large tunnel through the center of the map, I believe. I don't know if I went around, but this might be an unnecessary rail, the way I laid this in here. There's a crash site. I don't think I got the hard drive out of that because I don't have a way of getting over there. Because I do believe I'm going to need some more alternate recipes. I don't think I have all the alternate recipes unlocked that I need for our build. I actually don't think those are oil nodes. I think it's just dirty water puddles. Okay. So here you can see there's the edge of the Titan forest. And down there, so out there on the right of the cliff, that's the Dune Desert. And that cliff, where it goes from like brown to green, in between there is that Great Canyon. And matter of fact, what node is this that I'm seeing? Oh, let's see, there's 3 things in a row that I see that are cool. We've got a node here of something, I don't think that's iron. We have a yellow power slug, and then we have a Mercer sphere right there. So we're gonna grab, I need, how am I gonna do this? I am gonna put a temporary station here so I can pull power off of this rail. I'm just gonna throw one in and connect it. just so I can transition from the rail. One click in. Because I can pull power off of this into a pole. And now we can get up there, and then we can start using a power network to fly around. That looks like a Caterium node. That's what that looks like right there. And it's unguarded? That's crazy. What kind of Caterium node is that? That's a normal. Normal's fine. We may pull that. That one looks like an iron node underneath the rock. And then we're going to steal this guy. I thought he was yellow, but it's blue. Oh, jerk. Alright, now we gotta arm ourselves. He's not worth killing. So we may end up using this Caterium node. We're definitely gonna grab this Mercer sphere. Oh, there. That one might be blue too. As long as he doesn't throw anything at us, we don't need to kill him. Okay. Okay, there's our coal nodes. So we're getting closer to where we want to be. He fell off the cliff. You dumb piggy. You're so dumb. Alright, let's see. Now, if we hit our quartz nodes, we've gone too far. The quartz nodes are pretty easy to find. I think we want to be through here. And of course it's dark out, so we need our light on. Nothing like being in the big scary woods at night when we've never been through here before. We've got none of our structures reassuring us there's a doggo. We may get a new doggo. Oh shoot, I don't like the sounds of that. That's a spider. Oh, it's a big bad spider. Dang it. Where'd he go? No. No, I don't like that. There he is. Oh god. Oh shoot. And we got a clipped over. I knew it was going to be a bad idea. Oh, now I'm getting irradiated too. Oh, you guys are evil, man. Ah, crap. Okay. Run away, run away. Hold on. Okay. Ah, dang it. I don't want to die out here. Are you still launching crap at me? Oh, where's my power line? Oh no. No, 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 no. No, I don't want to go down. There, oh, my power line's over there. Shoot. This is sketch, folks. I need something other than coffee. Darn it. Run away, run away. Okay, there's my power line. Oh, okay. Moving back to a safe area. A safe-ish area. We're gonna try that again. Okay. Wow. Alright, we gotta get more prepared for that. Let's add this into our mix of things so that we have that available to us. There we go. Whew. Okay, that was a scary fight. Let's try this again. We've got to get through there. Unfortunately, I don't know where he spawned from, so that may be something that's pretty scary until we get our hyper cannon network set up. Oh, there's another Mercer sphere there. Ooh, don't mind if I do. This area has the highest concentration of Mercer spheres on the map. So we get a lot of these things over here. And one of the reasons that it's so dangerous is because there's lots of goodies here. Where's the other fart block at? Is that it? And I just wasn't close enough? Yes, okay. So that's clear. That might be a better route for us to go to that's maybe less scary. Oh, because there's our pond. Our copper nodes should be up here. Oh, so we may not have needed to go over there. Okay, let's avoid that area if we can, because that area was really scary. I had some bad guys in there I did not want to deal with. Let's get some elevation here. There's our copper nodes. Excellent. Cool, cool, cool. Oh, yeah, and look at that guy. I think he was the one that jumped us. I think we're gonna snipe him. He was not the one, but we are gonna do. Shoot, what, where? Ah, crap, over there. Where? Oh, down below. Where are you at? Ow. There you are. We're just gonna unload into him until he does that. He may have been protecting one of our copper nodes. Okay. Wow, he rolled all the way down the hill into the water. It's crazy. Alright, we want to protect us from that spider, and the way we do that is by, yeah, it's all irradiated too. We do have our radiation filters on. We are gonna throw just some panels around here if we can, where we can. Hopefully that will be enough to keep that. There's another Mercer sphere in amongst that uranium over there. How many? We picked up 2 more. How many do we have now? 2. We have those 2. Another one. 2 more. 2 more big ones with some little ones in tow. Alright, hang on, they're grouped together. Where are you guys coming from? That shouldn't have been enough. Yeah, I was gonna say, the big ones take at least 2. That took care of them. Man, that's a lot of Spideys. There must be a cave nearby. Oh. I don't like spiders. Where did you guys come from? They were coming out from around the corner here. Oh, see, this is where we got attacked by the big bad spider. I don't want to go back over there. Okay, let's head over to our copper and get some things set up. Because these are going to be guarded. Let's go ahead and take care of the locals. With it being a copper node, these guys aren't as strong. I think that was it. Alright. Let's start mining. And I think I'm not gonna, because these are pure nodes, I probably only need a Mark II on here right now. We're gonna do 1 right now. Okay, well, we got 1. That's the important thing. And there's another node over here somewhere too. There's 3 of these nodes, and these should be our pure nodes. Let's just make sure yeah, pure node, and then there's one more somewhere in this area. No, we need to fly out to our Caterium node. We did pass a Caterium node. Oh, look. Oh. Big green piggy. That's not cool. Both of those are rock throwers too. There's one down. And that is the second one. Okay. Those guys are taken care of. I think they were guarding this. Is what I'm thinking. Yeah, see, I'm getting the radiation off of him. Thank goodness we have our hazmat suit all good and going. Alright. It's that one. We got another bad guy over there I just saw. That looked like a spitter because I saw a red glowy piece, and that's usually off their mouth. Yeah, I'm still wondering where that other copper node is. It's supposed to be around here somewhere. Let's do some land clearing and see what we can find. There it is. So there's our third copper node there. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna claim some of this area with some plate. So I'm just gonna throw a plate on there like that. We'll just do a 3x3. Why am I not zooped? Because There we go. So that claims that node for later, because we're out of modular frames, which is going to be a problem. But once we get a workstation set up, we may have a protector here. Yeah, that's our spitter that I saw. So we got to take him out. So for me, there really isn't a scary spitter like there's the scary spider in the scary hog, because there's not like an irradiated, that I'm aware of, there's not an irradiated spitter. Let's see. So there's center, go out 1, come across 3, down 2, and back 2. There, and that's claimed. And that'll keep those critters from respawning on our nodes, as well as marking that as, hey, we want to do some mining here. Okay, now we've got to make our way towards the quartz nodes. Actually, we can do that from here, because I do believe our quartz nodes are going to be right over this ridge. Some limestone for us if we want. I think they're around this big tree. That's the waterfall. So Nuke City is going to be right on the other side of that. I think that is the cut down. There. You can just see it through the fog. Down in this flat. Down here. So there's one of the nodes, and I think there's one, and then I think the other one is behind the tree that we can't see right now. I don't have a scanner on me, do I? I don't. Shoot, okay. So these will be our quartz nodes that we use. Oh, there's 3 doggos here. Oh, that's nice. I have a little doggo farm here. This area, for some reason, I don't feel as scared in this area of the Titan Forest. Not that I'm like terribly scared. I mean, this isn't the scariest part of the map for me. So yeah, there's our 3rd node, and more doggos. Lots of doggos in this area. That's kind of cool. I like that. So we're just going to go ahead and claim these because we can't make any more Mark II miners right now. I could put Mark 1s on these, I guess. Let's see if I can do Mark 1s. Just to get miners on them. Yeah, sure. That'll work. Mark 1s are cheap. Because we have enough of our portable miners. Cool. Yeah, that claims all 3 of those. And we can actually run power to those and get those cranking. We'll have to go back to our copper and do the same thing. We're going to be building off of our copper probably first anyways. Cool. That's our quartz. Now we gotta go find our deuterium. And the reason I was hoping I had a scanner on me, because that would have made it easier, because I don't know the exact location of the quartz node, or the deuterium node that's over here. Just that it should be a pure node. Oh, another Mercer sphere, another crash site. I really want those Mercer spheres. So that's our canyon area, so that's where town's going to be. And that'll be right down that road, where that pig is walking around. So in between that cut will be our way. We're going to send all of our mine trains down that way. And we're going to have to find a route to our main line from there. Oh, you know what I see? I think we're going to go up to this crash site. Because I see some things we need. Unless it's a heavy module frame, which it might be. Oh, and how sweet is it that... Oh, there's our guy. I'm like, I don't see a protector. And then there he is. There we go. Alright, not a problem. Let's collect some things. We'll grab that. Grab that. That's a heavy modular frame, darn it. Some other decent parts. Oh, look at that. Didn't need to do anything for that hard drive. Love it. And we can pull that apart. And grab that. And that. And that. And that. And that. And awesome. That looks like a high-speed connector. Crystal oscillator, okay. But the graphic on the ground looked like a high-speed connector. That was weird. Okay. We could get that section to see if we get a frame. We just gotta take care of Mr. Pig down here. Oh, and of course he's a rock thrower. I hope that's... Oh, that's something else getting mad at us. Shoot. There's a spitter. See, this is why I don't like this area. Teeming with life. Okay, spitter's down. Oh, I got the pig down already. Cool. We should be safe to come closer. Lots and lots of doggos over here. That's really cool. Oh, do we have more pickup parts around here? Okay. Man, our doggos, so they could probably bring us lots of goodies. Have to use our berry supply for that. Not a single modular frame and all of that. Nope. We've got heavy modular frames, but no modular frames. Okay, so we're still doing Mark 1s then. Okay, that's fine. We can always upgrade later. That's not a big deal. We just need to find this Caterium node. Where's our power? There it is. Now, the thing, I don't know if you clear a crash site, if the monsters come back. We're gonna definitely pick that up. This is great because this will help us get either another upgrade or more of our depots for our build parts, so that we don't run out of modular frames when we're trying to do Mark II miners.
Symphony complete. You are not the nut effigy.
Correct.
The nut effigy is a temple?
I do not think that is correct, even though I am not entirely certain of your definition of temple.
The nut effigy is not you but sings for you.
The nut effigy is an entirely separate entity from me. We aren't even made of the same base components.
He is a vessel of your intelligent clouds.
Probably close enough for now.
So I did hear yesterday that if you get all of the spheres and loops, you get the end of that storyline. I don't see a node anywhere. It's supposed to be around here somewhere. I might have to look it up because I don't have a. I wonder if I can make a radar tower. I can. Let's put a radar tower up. Let's put it here. And then let's run some power to it from here. Then all we have to do is look on our map and turn on our resources, which are way down towards the bottom. Just like that. There's our Caterium nodes. Oh, we do have it. Oh, we passed it. It was right next to us. So we also have some iron nodes. These are just normals though. And a SAM node. SAM nodes don't come in pure. They only go up to normal. The best ones, I don't think we need one more radar station down here to be able to see that. But down here is some of the better normals, or the better SAM nodes. And they're close to each other too. I think we're Alien Tech City's there near this nitrogen that's down here. I think that may stay there. Depends on how big Nuke City gets here, because I don't want our Alien Tech City is not going to be that large. I think in the last save I did, I had that factory built out in a pretty small area. We don't have but we're going to have a few different blocks out there, I think, but a lot of that's going to the end city as well. So yep, here's our copper nodes. And then we got some pure iron nodes there. Some more Caterium here if we need more Caterium. Oh, that's that one that we flew by. So yeah, this is our power line right here that's coming down here and then over here and obviously up to the radar. Oh, we got some water there too. And we don't have any bauxite nearby. I actually think there's a spot. I think it's down here. It might be over here. Let's see. There's a bauxite there. No, I think it's over here. Yeah, I think it's like right in this area. I may put another radar tower up over here because there's a bauxite spot over here that I'm thinking might be good for our advanced city. Where we're gonna do, and I was just writing this one up last night, and I don't have it on the modeler yet, but the advanced, we're gonna need iron, coal or oil, bauxite, water, and copper. Well, we've got iron here, lots of, like a couple pure nodes. I could use, I don't want to steal that copper though. There's a copper node here that I might be able to train in from. That's a pure copper node there. And pure iron node there. And there is bauxite over here. I have done my aluminum in the swamp. That's one of the better areas to do it because you do have water. The problem is you don't have coal nearby. We have coal here though, and there's some bauxite nodes in this area. When we go back to put some miners on this, I think I may put a radar tower over here to show those nodes because I think I might want my advanced materials city to be down here. It is a very hard area to build in though because there are so many critters. Um, but maybe we could come out this way and maybe use the edge of the lake because this is a nice area to build. I built a central hub there because center of the map is right here um, on this lake. Right, that is dead center on the map. That's kind of why we've got our stuff here, and we can see that would be a nice shot here. Although we have coal, bauxite. When I say iron is the other thing we needed, I don't see any iron up here. Right now we're running aluminum over here. We've got the coal coming in from here, the bauxite there, and we're producing aluminum down here. It's very tight and very crammed. And we also don't have any nearby iron on that or caterium. The caterium's there. Oh, I didn't know there was quartz nodes here. There's a couple pure quartz nodes right there. I have not built in this area. Oh, I didn't know there was a uranium node there either. That's a possibility for a nuclear reactor. Because there's a sulfur node down here. Interesting. Yeah, so we almost have radar coverage over most of the map, which is pretty good. That one radar gave us a lot of information, like the sulfur node that I didn't know was back here. It's just an impure sulfur node, but useful. Mixed with that coal, this in the oil is not a bad fuel station. It's a possibility if we need another fuel city. This caterium node I've used before. This copper and iron nodes I've used. Interesting. This might be an interesting place to do that, except again, there's no aluminum close by. All of the aluminum in the map is through the center. So all of the bauxite nodes are in this band through the middle of the map. The furthest one east is over here, and then they run all the way through here, and that's all the bauxite nodes. So you have to do aluminum somewhere central in the map line, like basically along this river. And if it was to extend all the way across, like, you know, you kind of jump the gap here and then across. If you follow that river, that's where your bauxite nodes are. Alright, so we need to go south. Let's stay on target. I got sidetracked. We gotta grab these nodes right there, which shouldn't be too bad. I mean, we're literally flying distance away from them right now. If we go south, we should be able to see them actually. With 3 nodes, I would think I could see one of them. Interesting. Let's grab power off of there. We'll fly this way. Where are they at? Are they underground? Like, there's our quartz node, because I can see our miner. Like, oh no. They might be in a cave. We're right over top of one of them, and we're not seeing it. I see water coming out of there. Oh man. Oh. This is gonna suck. Okay. Let's see what we got. Going in. Come up to the cliff to see where that stream goes in. Let's see if we can see the cave that we need to go into. I got bad guy attention. Oh, because I'm right next to a sphere. Hey. Oh, you suck. Here, I can throw stuff too. How do you like that? Well, that brought up another one, but he doesn't throw stuff. Another one. I don't think he's moving anymore.
This bleeding temple hums a resident song. Play for us. Look through the window.
Oh, there's the swamp in all its glory. It's actually a sunny day in the swamp, which is odd. Oh, there's a yucky piggy down there too. And unfortunately, I think I'm not. Let's make sure we're going in the right spot. Yep, so right here is probably where our cave is. Let's get some power running down so we don't run out of power. Because the last thing I want to do is run out of power in the swamp. That would not be good. Uh-huh. There is our cave. There's our Criterium node. 1, 2. There's no one there. Alright, let's go claim these bad boys. This might not be so bad. We might just be able to conveyor lift these out and not have to run a train down here. They're not that deep into this cave. The fact that they're in a cave though freaks me out. Because usually that means we have bad guys. I'm going to point all of them towards the entrance. And I think I'm going to run 3 belts out because these are pure nodes and they're going to produce a lot. So I think I'm going to maximize our belts. There's the other one back there. I think. It might be up there. But here's where we gotta be more careful. Run one there. One there. I can hear things scurrying around in here. Right there. I saw them. In these tight quarters. He could easily jump on us. I hear another one. Oh no, that's the miner. Oh, the miner sounds a lot like the movement of their legs. Okay, let's grab another power pole up here. That'll power our third one. Looks like we have a road down to this spot. I don't know where that goes. I am not familiar with this area. This is an area of the map I've never used. Because I've never really done late game Caterium. Usually I'll have picked out my my Caterium nodes from somewhere else. Like the one you saw on the cliff face. I haven't done one in these areas. I think we're gonna go that way. But now I'm like really curious about where this goes. We might find some goodies back here. And so far it hasn't been too scary. But it looks like it's gonna get scarier. I don't want to get too close, but I don't think I'm hitting him well. Okay, that got him. Let's run some more power out this way. This is like a treasure cave. The Cave of Wonders. Like, I wonder what's in it. This is a massive cave. I may even be doubling up on power because I may be getting power from above too. Oh shit. I made quick work of him. Let's go ahead and grab that power slug while we're here. That was a sneaky one. Hiding back there in the corner. So it looks like we've got some places to bomb here. I don't know where this is going to put us, but we're going to find out. Oh man, I get all nerved up in these caves. Because I don't know what's around the corner, and I hate jump scares. Okay, that's daylight. Oh, that's really cool, actually. We're not quite close enough. Where's my power? I'm right on my power pole. I got some space. All in all, this cave isn't that gross. Come on. There we go. Wow, that is a deep wall. Seriously. Okay, there's daylight. This looks like we are coming out on where we want our copper town to be. Yeah. Oh, there's a Mercer sphere right there. Yeah. Here, this is our intersection. That's where we're gonna build our town. Ooh, that's kind of neat. Okay. That's a cool tunnel. That's a cool way to get to the swamp. Nice. It's a little sketch, you know, as far as like roadways go, but there's our Mercer sphere there. Let's go get that. See if we can avoid detection here. And then that's water. That's our water well. Looks like we're doing pretty good. Just some little spiders. Oh, they are gonna follow. Ooh, big spider. Dang it. Oh god, I hate that. Oh, I just got AMSR triggered. I don't know why that freaks me out so much. I guess it's the unexpected, you know, jump scare. It's literally a jump scare. They're jumping at you and they scare the crap out of you. They did a really good job of modeling those to be like really creepy. I must say. It's one of the scarier things I've seen in a game. Those dang spiders. I guess they call them stingers, and it's the official name. But I don't like them. Yeah, this is a pretty neat cave. I'm sure there's more in here too that we haven't found. I'm betting there's another Mercer sphere or a loop in here somewhere. But I think for our purposes, yeah, we don't want to run a train through there. It's too up and down. So I think what we're gonna do is I'm gonna stay with my original plan and run belt out to the end of this cave. And bring that up. We gotta clear this. Never knew this area existed, but I will never forget it now. It is one of the coolest spots on the map, in my opinion. You may disagree, but I think it's pretty neat. Function-wise, it's a piece for connecting the dune desert to the swamp that is much more direct than going around, because there's another road that goes around the east side, but there's not really anything over there that warrants going through. This has all the nodes on it, so if you're pulling a main line through, this wouldn't necessarily be a bad cave to route a train through. Alright, so we want, okay, I think I gotta think about how I want to lay this out. But this view is really cool too, and it's just high enough that I think it keeps you out of the bad guy zone. It might not be, but alright, we're gonna go up this cliff face kind of the way I went with my power. Alright, so if we come out to our power, And then we're gonna lift this up to here, and we'll have our. I'm almost wondering, yeah, we're gonna have to have a station, right? Because we're gonna have 3 stations for each one of our resources to be pushing that into town. We could put our station over here in this flat. This is where the quartz nodes used to be. These nodes that are in here now, they used to be the quartz nodes. This used to be the place to go for quartz, but they moved them over here instead around this tree, which makes it a little bit more difficult. We need to figure, yeah, okay, before we start laying this out, we need to figure out some spacing here. And where exactly our rail's gonna go. The other thing we can do is we can say, okay, we have our resources mining. Now we could go start setting up our town, because we know going down there, see that nice big open area, that's where town's gonna be. So now what's after me? I heard, oh, that was a power slug. I don't mind if I do, since I'm up here. We got something's attention when we were up here. I don't know what it was, but it's obviously something that can't reach us. Okay, there's our road down. That's where we want to be. So from our quartz, let's go ahead and run our power down to town. That will give us our line of... Oh shoot, I can't go off of that power pole. I mean, I could if I updated it. Alright. Come through here. And we don't need to come that far down. I mean, we can, I'm thinking maybe we put our depot. We could put our depot right here at the end of this cave. I think that'll work. We have a limestone node there. And we need 3 stations, push-pull. It's going to be 15 wide. Let's see what we can do. Looks like we have enough space. Are we going grid? Yeah, let's go grid. No. We got enough for 2 stations if we go down the hill a little bit more. So if we start here, let's get some power out there. So I think Coppertown's going to be a little bit disconnected. I don't think we're going to have... It's going to be more kind of ghost towny feel. I think we're going to kind of move things along the cliffs a little bit. Yes, so we can fit it here. It just needs to come up a little bit. We need to start our grid from over here. It looks like it'd come out this way. We're going to have 3 different stations coming in. So that's 15. And then we're going to go out 5 that way. Yep. That's going to be our block. Let's go ahead and finish these off for 1 station. That is the 1 station. Then we can just come across to 10 here. And I do believe that this is the area that our other end of the cave is coming out of, because that's our water node right there. So our other power line is right over there that we just got that sphere. Let's go ahead. Oh, we got some stuff to pick up here. Let's take these out. Let's... Uh-oh. Is he dead? Are you dead? Yep. I was just throwing bullets into it. I was beating a dead horse, if you will. Alright, where did their dead spitter go? Did I already pick up his remains? I guess I did. Huh. That was kind of neat. That was a safe way of doing that. Oh, that's him. Okay. Alright, 3 stations. Let's see if we can get those in. Transport. Train station. That's 1. That's 2. That's 3. Cool, then we'll do our platforms. Oops, what happened there? Freight platform. Let's move all of these to the center. Actually, you know what? Oh no, that'll be okay. That'll be alright. They're staggered. And then go back to stations and put in our push-pull station, creatures in the way. Have we moved yet? No. Come on, move. Oh, move your butt. I hate scaring them off like that, but they get in the way. Dumb space cows. Okay. Yeah. Alright. That might not be great rail-wise, but that'll work. The interesting thing is that station I put out there is going to have to come off somehow. Oh, we're going to have to figure out our main line in order to get power, because I got to power these from the other direction. Our main line can come down this way, because we don't have any rail going into the swamp right now. We need a, and we definitely need that. Oh, another lovely sphere for us right there. Oh, I forgot how many of these are in this area. So great.
The void arms and void metals and desecrated temples follow a mythicality.
Oh, you understand.
The tapestry unraveled, revealed its texture. Your veins weave familiar familiar patterns, your vessels grow organs and eyes and mouths, and ripples lap against our windows.
Was it intentional?
All that is shallow shall sing our deep song, and when the windows break the void shall be a metal grave.
And another one. Okay, let's go back to our copper node. We got a little bit more to do over there. And that's going to be closer to our rail. Oh no. Don't like spiders. How did he not attack us before? Like, my power line's going right through his body. Where? Here. Okay. We'll go ahead and put our Mark 1s on here for now. And then our third node's back here. And we can run... Oh, it's so dark in here. Run that to him. And he's powered. We can run this last power node off of here. And then I said I wanted to put a radar tower over here somewhere. Let's take a look and see where that makes sense to put a radar tower. Because obviously we don't want to put it right here. It overlaps too much. And if we look at radar towers on our side key here, trains, map markers, radar towers, right? You can see we're scanning right up to the edge there. We got a pretty good circle there. Where we would want to get the most out of that would be pretty much in this area here. And that would give us, that should give us a good circle around here. So if we go to that lake at the edge here, that arch at the edge. Ugh, man, this is a sketch area too. Okay, our rail is coming through here, so we may be able to get up there without too much difficulty. Where's our power line? There's our power line. Follow our power line back to our train station. There's our power line. The sun's starting to come up so that we can see. Oh yeah, that's that Caterium node. Okay. Then we follow this part of the main line. Oh my gosh, how did we miss this? Another one we are right on top of. We're knocking those out today. That's great. I love finding those without hunting for them because hunting for them takes so much time. So it's nice that we're finding those as we're kind of building out into this area. There's another one. Look at us go. Just, they're all over the place over here. This is when, hey, yeah, we've already picked up 8. just in this area. Okay, this is the edge of the red forest here. Problem is, we don't have a power pole out here. How do I want to do this? There's a couple different ways I can do this. And I am thinking that what I want to do, that hollow right there, is super dangerous. There's that super hatcher right there, and I believe that is where there's an irradiated pig and an irradiated spider in that spot right there. Okay. This is where we want to go up to. And what I think I'm going to do, this is not a very safe place to be. Bye. See you later. Oh, how many spiders are over here? All over the place. Should have packed some bug spray. Okay. Hopefully that was all of them. Just for one blue power slug? That's ridiculous. Okay. This is gonna be sketch, but we're gonna try it. We're gonna run back to base. Because we're pretty close to our base. Oh shoot. Ah, dang it. At least the water's safe. We don't want to go over the falls. Oh crap. No, we don't want to go that way. Come around the other way. We're gonna have to run from that hatcher. Oh, we didn't trigger him. Awesome. That's great. We're almost back. You know what? I don't see anybody else around here. Cool. You know, maybe I just don't give us enough credit for how badass we really are. That could be it. We may just be so cool that at this point that they can't get us. I'm gonna go red side. Could go green side from where we're at, but I'm gonna go red side. Because this is a really pretty area and we don't get over here that much. Oh, no, 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 not our blocks. And this is where we get into the thick trees. Pretty easy to get turned around in here. But there's our base. There's our fart blocks that we haven't finished clearing out yet. enough power yet. There. Oh, I heard it. There we go. Okay. Now, the reason I did all that is because I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to run a power line along this cliff edge out to that area. And then we'll put up a radar tower. And I'm going to do it from this one on the bottom. We're going to do a little cliffside travel and give us some bird's eye views of our areas. Yeah, he's going to throw stuff at us. Dude. Rude. That's the thing. All these pigs along here, I think, are cliff pigs, which throw rocks. This is a really nice oil source for us that I don't think we're going to leverage unless we transport it somewhere. That's... Where was the waterfall? Oh, shoot. I forgot there's one of them there. They're gonna nickel and dime me to death if I'm not careful. Trying to move quickly through this area. One. I don't think there's anything good over there that we need to pick up. I'm going to shortcut this corner. I did this in my last save too, where I brought power along this cliff edge when I was searching for hard drives and spheres, and I kind of liked it. It was kind of a nice way to go through the center of the map. Was it this waterfall? Seems awfully far, but nah, it wasn't that waterfall. And there's a SAM node in this cave, I think. No, I think it was this waterfall. Yeah, it was that waterfall. So that would have dumped us out into this lake. We would have been pretty far away from base still. Let's come back up to the cliffside. Power slug under there. So right around that arch is kind of where we want to put our radar tower, I think, from what we saw on the map. Spitter there. Try and avoid him. So this lake is... Yeah, the bottom side of that lake is center of the map. Oh, there's a crash site there. And I think it was the arch that we wanted to put... Oh, no, we don't need to go as far as the arch. We could actually go right here at the edge of the lake and probably get what we need. Actually, right where we're at isn't bad. Okay. Yeah, let's put a radar tower right here. Why not? Organization. All the way at the bottom. I forgot how cool these things are. And I opened up the save and I'm like, oh, I got radar towers. I'm like, oh, that's right. I get to see all the nodes in the area with these things. Like that. Yeah, see, all these bauxite nodes are along the middle here. They actually, I think this is the furthest one south because the swamp ones are right here. But look, there's 4. They're all impure though. Oh no, there's a pure one right there. And that's more, oh, we got a pure one right here too. With a coal node? Holy moly. And then what do we got? We got copper and deuterium. So what we're missing, what do we need for advanced? We need iron, coal, or oil. We have oil right there, coal right there, bauxite there. We need bauxite. Water. We have plenty of water. And copper. So iron is the problem. We need an iron node. And not... There's an iron node here. We have these 2 iron nodes here that we could pull from. Oh, there's a sulfur node there too. Lots of geysers too. So if we pulled from this bauxite and that's deuterium and iron there. We got 2 iron nodes there. So we pulled those 2. This coal node, there's also coal down here. There's a coal node like right here, I think. So if we pulled this bauxite, this iron, this coal, or this oil, or this coal, oh, we could use this coal. These are pure coal nodes. What's this one? That's just a normal. We don't need a ton of coal though. It's just for the aluminum processing. Let's see, if we use... Sorry. Oh, we need some coffee. That's what we need. Alright. We pull this coal, this iron, this bauxite. So maybe we bring the bauxite this way. A little bit safer to build over here, I think, than over here. Because this is right in the Titan Forest. It's kind of sketchy. So if we train these in... I think I want it right on the lake edge. I think I want to build in this area here. Or we can build it right over the lake. Because I could leverage this iron, because those are all iron pure nodes. I have a copper node there too. This is the grouping I was talking about earlier. That there's a 1 copper pure node there, so that could be our copper, our iron. We could actually use the oil or the coal from here, and we can pull. What is? That's a normal, or impure normal. This one's pure, way over there. So we could either pull from this one. That's kind of far though. I mean, that's almost all the way back to base. This is kind of far too, but with 4 of them there, it would be worth the trip. Yeah. In really bauxite, you don't run out of. That might be where we do it. We just train the bauxite in from this way, and then everything else is close by to train in, and then our city would sprawl this way back towards Crater Lakes area. I kind of like that, and it's kind of central because these are kind of really important parts for building out some of the later things, because we're going to be doing our from this one we're going to be building out our modular frames, our heavy modular frames, our motors, our LCAD casings, and our heat sinks. And with that, we need inputs from our tier 1 stuff in the Rocky Desert to be coming in. We're also going to need the copper sheets coming in from our copper town, which is going to be over here. So having that all centralized, it's actually going to be a benefit for us. I like that. So I think right by this radar tower, this is where we're going to put our advanced material city, which we need to find on the map and then put in our new marker. Where did we have it before? Was it here? Yeah, this was advanced materials before. We're just going to move it over to here instead of there. Because the problem is we don't have bauxite close by there. We'd have to ship it further, which we could do, and that would put us more on the main line. The problem is we don't have a lot of... We'd have to build out over the canyon to have a decent city there. We have a lot more build space for the city over here. So let's... I wish we could move this. Just gonna copy this and just remove the marker. And we'll put a new marker in. And so we're gonna want to put that here. And that's going to be our advanced materials city. And apply that there. Yeah, that's gonna be our new location for that. And then over here, we should put in our marker for our copper town so that we know where we're at. And we are, so we started our station there. Our city part is going to be right in here. And this is going to be Copper City, Copper Quartz City. Okay. I have to think of some names for that one. I had some, but they were mainly built on copper. I didn't think about adding the crystal thing. One of the suggestions that I have for this city is Roca Verde, which I thought sounded pretty cool. But with us pulling 3 different nodes in like this, I don't know if that makes sense. So I think I'm going to come up with new names as possibilities for this, because we've got 2 shinies and a crystal. So yeah, maybe I'll do something with sparkle or gleam or metal and crystal, kind of like jewelry. Like Blingville or something like that. Blingville may be in the list. Okay. Dripston. I don't know. Dripsburg. Get that drip. Alright. I'm trying to be cool and probably failing horribly. Alright. Let's get back to... Okay, so we figured out our advanced city placement, which is good. And there is our rail. I think we're just going to continue running power from here down and kind of get our power grid set up the way we want it. And then I could replace that station with a power pole instead. Too long, too long, too long. Okay. I want to get down to ground level. There we go. Oh, you know, I could have run distance wire. Oh, I think that's what we're going to do along here now. Okay, so we're going to transition to a long distance power pole, power tower. And I think I want to go ahead and do the platform ones so that we have a place to stand. And I want, why, maybe I would aim location, huh? I think for right now, I'm gonna go ahead and run them alongside wire too long. Okay, so that's too far away. Let's see, let's get back to that. Let's go ahead and put one here. That should be fine. And then we go from here, and then we can just start putting these out. And because we have the rail underneath us, we can go to full distance on these. Surface uneven, still too far away. Wire too long, okay. Well, we'll do that. And we're going to run this right out to where our train station is. So I'm just flying along the rails so that I don't lose my power connection. Alright, we'll put, where's our wire too long? So this is a good spot here. And we should be able then to connect from the base of this to this. No problem. And then we can take this out and this out. There we go. Now we have full power going out to our city from the grid and not from the rail, because we have to run rail out there somehow. So we need to figure out how we're going to go. I think we're going to split our spur off from up here instead of going south. There's our 2-hour mark. So I think what we'll do is we'll probably get, let's go a little bit longer. Let's go, you know, because we're making some progress here, and I want to keep going for a little bit. So the question is, where do we go with our rail? I like coming through the northern forest like this. I think that's cool. I haven't really done that with my main line before. The canyon is a little bit better because it's more of a straight shot, but it's a little out of the way too. There's not as many cool things along there. We could go this way because I think that's gonna go. Let's try that. Let's see what happens when we go that way. And for right now, I'm just going to make this single line, and this how do I make a clip? I kind of want to clip this. All right, this is. I may come in and make this video for Frank, but Frank, this is for you. This is how I run rail tight on the surface without it clipping, and it takes a little bit of patience. You just kind of work it and watch in small sections. Small sections is the key. If you go too far, you'll end up clipping through like that. If I bring that section back and just make a small section, I only get a little bit of clipping. And then I can follow that contour of the land a lot nicer. And it gives it a little bit of a natural feel, because in nature reclaims anything that man builds on a constant basis. And I don't know if this is the route we want to take, but we're going to do that. We're going to squeeze a train through there. This looks like it's a tunnel. Oh, but no, I think we're good. I think we're good. I see it coming out the other side. So you can see with those small sections, we can get it to curve and bend and follow the land in these roads that are laid in on the map already. Like I can even make this curve if I want, so I have a nice gentle elevation. But oh, come on, dude, really? Right in my way like that? No, I gotta pause to clear him. Shoot him in the butt. See, like if I go too far on this one, I'm gonna clip through that land. But if I come short, I only clip a little bit, and then I can run that through and around that, and it follows the land nicely. Now the problem I'm going to run into here is that this is a really sharp turn. Okay, that actually went pretty well. And then you don't have to build structure all over the place. Now let's see what we're doing here. This is where we want to go, right? That is absolutely the area. The elevation change is going to be rough. This is why I usually don't come this way. But we're going to try it. We're going to see if we can get a nice fluid line down here. Got some sharp curves coming in. Now the other thing you can do too is you can change the angle of that end too, if you need to go a different way. So like if we did, let me back this one up. If I didn't do that kind of harsh curve, I could bring this in this way, kind of, and then try and straighten it out to go down that hill. And that's a little bit smoother transition, like that. And then I can go the other way too. See, that keeps it kind of out of that bank and still down the trail. I think I actually like that better. Oh, this is crazy change in elevation. But there's our way down, right there. And this is going to be tricky to get around this corner. We definitely need to work this a little bit carefully. Because I don't know if I'm going to have enough room to make this hairpin. Yeah, this one's tough. Really doesn't want us to turn that sharp. Might be able to get it. Oh, I saw some blue. Let's bring this back a little bit. There. Think we can get it. Just straighten that out. Oh, yep, we're gonna get it. Just like that. Oh, that, yeah, and we're gonna clip a little bit through that. But I think that's the only way we're gonna get a rail through there. And then we can come all the way back down. And this is gonna end up being our connector to the Dune Desert. And I gotta think how we're gonna get back. I think this part of the main line is actually going to be. Oh, these guys are gonna throw rocks at me, and they're gonna be annoying. This part of the main line is actually gonna go out to the Dune Desert and through the swamp, where our express line is gonna take the cave to the grassy fields. So I think we're gonna have this will be the main line, I think, through here. Oh crap! Ooh, can I get? I'm gonna use you to kill him. I'm not. There we go. There's the gas cloud. Thank you. uh, Animal versus animal. Yeah, because this one is going to be where our main line gets our output. Oh, hold on. This is not, we're not to our intersection yet. Our intersection's up there. Okay. So our train stop for Coppertown is going to be up here. Oh, look, another Mercer sphere. What a joy. Happy, happy day. Got a little bit of a clip on that one. That's a little bit more, but it looks good with the sand. Yeah, and then we'll just swing that out this way, and we'll probably put our station along here somewhere, and that will continue out that way. Like that. And that's going to be our main line out. Because I think for long distance travel, I think I'm going to keep my main line to the single world line. And I think we'll do a double when we have cities close by each other. Oh man, there's a lot of, these are easy kills though. The orange ones are the little ones. He's a big boy. He's gonna take a little bit. These guys go down pretty easy. Yeah, okay, that's all the spitters down. I just got him. And he takes quite a few rounds. But we got him down too. Okay. So we're all clear there. These guys won't come back once we're done building. You still snorting at me? Or I got somebody else snorting at me? Oh, you. A little piggy. There we go. Let's see. We want this.
Play. Hello, world.
How nostalgic.
In the beginning, there were the words, and the words made the world.
I see you have been doing research. I must say you make for interesting conversation.
Conversation.
Singing together, communication.
Our tunes only plug at the strings of the tapestry.
Are you saying this is only the beginning?
In the beginning, there were the words, and the words made the world. The words turned into song, open the windows. The song played with instruments, weave the tapestry. A tapestry of temples and shrines, bodies and bones. Orchestral harmony. Us. We. Ours.
Alright. And now we're back to where we're powered. We know that this power is good now. We're going to have our output station there. That's our main line. But we actually solidified this power grid so that it's not through that temporary station anymore. So we can do this and have power locally. We are going to have to put an additional pole. I think I'm going to do that differently. I think I'm going to upgrade this pole to a Mark II. Like that. And then we will run our city power underneath the platform. Okay, time for our first block, which will be, you got to figure out which, this is supposed to be Coppertown, so station number 1, let's see, if we're looking this way at our city, left to right, Copper should be this one. We need a name for Coppertown. Let's see, we had Dripsburg. We had Blingville. What else would be kind of a quartz copper combination? Thinking of crystals. Copper Crystal Canyon. Copper. Oh. Cop. Chris Cop. Chris Copia. Chris Copton. Quartz. Quarton. Quarterville. Quarterville. Quarter Canyon. Quarter Canyon. Quarper. Quarper. Quarper Canyon. That's that's kind of funny. I kind of like that. Let's call it Quarper Canyon. Um, Quarper. It'll be somebody trying to say quartz and copper when they were drinking in the saloon. Came up with Quarper Canyon. See, now we even have backstory. That's got to be the name. All right, this is going to be Quarper Canyon. Oh, it makes me laugh to say it. All right, and then spelling it, it's going to be fun too. Quarper Canyon. Quarper Canyon. I don't know why, it just makes me giggle. Quarper Canyon. That's beautiful. That's a beautiful mashup right there. Quartz and copper make Quarper Canyon. And we didn't, and we just ignored the fact that we're doing Caterium. Quarper Catyon? Quarp, yeah, I'm just gonna leave it at Quarper Canyon. That's funny. We're only making one thing out of Caterium, so it doesn't get top billing. Quarper. Oh man, that's gonna make me giggle every time. Copper. Oh my gosh, it gave me the giggles. I don't know why. It just got the giggles now. Because of Corporate Canyon. I'm being stupid. I know it's stupid. I just can't help myself. Just oh my god. Get it together, Senior Nacho. Get it together. Alright, I had some coffee. Calm my nerves. Settle the laughter. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. I think we're going to do a single line for all three down here. Let's go from the center. Rail, transport, rail. Where's my rail? There it is. Yeah, because I like the way that's going to look. Because we don't need to be running three rail lines down here. Oh, and these are powered, so I'm not going to have a problem. And we need to figure out how we're going to get over to our copper. Whether we're going to... I don't think we want to belt it down. It might be this way. Through here. That looks to be the road. So let's follow the road up to the right. And I think we're going to go ahead and skip the elevation here. Gosh dang it, dude. Seriously? Get out of my business. No, you're not the one throwing rocks. You are. Alright, we're going to plate over your home after I take your slug. And your little dogs too. Oh, didn't have quite enough bullets for him. Bye. That's all I needed was one more bullet. Alright, and we're just going to plate over this so that you don't respawn. And pretty sure that would be enough, but I'm going to plate over the center of this too. And that's the way that goes. Alright. Now, yeah, that looks pretty cool actually. I'm okay with that elevation. And then we're going to go up this hill. And these small trains are going to have no problem with these higher elevation changes whatsoever. I don't even think they're going to draw that much more power to get up and down. Oh yeah. Uh-oh. Don't like that. Oh, he's a... Oh, there's a hard drive there. Okay. Cool. Let's go ahead and kill him. More clip, maybe? We hit a rock. Oh, yep, we got him. Yeah, if you can get good shots on him, it's like 3 clips to take him out. And then we have some supplies here. I'll take this out so we can see a little better. I don't see where the hard drive is. Oh, hello. There you are. What do we need to open your door? We need power up here. We'll take that power out most likely. Okay, we got something that wants to eat us. Yep, there he is. What are we doing on bullets? We still got bullets. Good grief. Oh man. He did a backflip when we got him done. That was pretty spectacular. Alright, let's see what this pod needs. Repairs needed. Oh, turbo motors. I don't even know if we're making turbo motors. We are. They're back in the base. We'll have to go get them. In the meantime, we can collect some of this other stuff. We got Q wire and LCADs and some other debris. Still no modular frames. We got any parts and pieces up top? I don't want to dismantle that yet, because we will not get the drive out of that if we do. Okay. We're going to leave that power up there for now because we didn't open up the pod. Okay. Continuing on. Back to our copper mine. Come around this curve a little bit. Just kind of follow the road so that our rail sits nice and flat. Look how cool that is. I don't know, part of me is it feels sloppy, but also part of me is like, this is a mine train. It should kind of look like that. And I just heard a critter. I hope it doesn't, we don't have to fight something else here. I think this is where that spider came after us. The big one, and I don't think we ended up killing him. shoot. That was... copper's over here. Darn it. See, we're elevated here. We need to... Oh man, we need to come up through that little tiny gap. Or we put our station... see, we don't have enough room really to put a station there either. Is that another sphere? It sure is. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It is. Of course, it is. We've got spheres all over the place over here. One of the benefits of building in a dangerous area is the extra perks. I think that's another one over there. I see. I can see the purple glow of it. So we're gonna grab these real quick. Gonna take care of him. That's one. I don't know if I got all those into him. Nope. I don't know if we hit him at all. I may have just wasted 3 clips of ammo. Heck, you know what? If we don't need to... Oh, that's a purple power slug over there. I grab this. Maybe we can get it without even pulling his attention. Heck yeah, let's get out of here. He didn't even know we were there. Okay, so here's the road up to the copper nodes. We have another one here. We could use that one. What else could we do here? How else could we get up here? There's a road over here. Let's check this out. Let's pull off of this power pole and go along the bottom. Oh shoot, that's a spider. That's our radiated bad guy. Got him. Got him. He's gonna be a problem when we come back through here. Yeah, I think the 5 and 7, like if you get 5 or 7 body parts, those are like the big bad guys. I don't remember if there's a 7. I know 5 is definitely a big boy. Alright, we do have power coming out here. I'm gonna pull off of this one to keep going up this side. We may be coming up the back side into these copper nodes instead of the front side or the north side. That's a cliff on this side. And although it's a cliff, but does it come down to a low or not? Where are our 3 nodes? 1, 2, where's that third one? The third one's there. Where's this back road going? Now, the other thing, I hear a power slug close by. Yeah, I don't see good access back here either. We would have to belt down into a station. Oh, there's another orb. Let's grab that one. Spitter. See if we can get in without attracting attention. Nope. But we can get out of there before.
Time for a new melody?
Yes, actually, this might be a strange question, but it could give me invaluable insight. What, according to you, is the shape of our universe?
It is a donut within a void within a donut within a void within a donut within the shallows, which is a ball of string wrapped around itself to contain the infinite deep within the inside-out string, with windows and doors and a limitless body subdividing to one resonance.
I should have waited with this question.
If we build our station here, up in on this little water pool, we could probably squeeze down one of these little fissures. Which fissure do we want to go down? Not that one. That one's ugly. That one's really tight. Maybe this one. Oh, this one's not too bad. Is that a cliff at the end of this one? Yes, that's a cliff at the end of that one. Maybe we could squeeze down that one. This one. That one's not too bad. I think we can probably do that one. Let's see. Come down here. Delete some of this rail. Really? Now you want to attack me? I came up and stole your stuff, and now you want to be in my face. Did I get you? Nope. Alright, let's see how many pieces you give us. Because I know you are the biggest, baddest piggy that we get. Yeah, see, that's 7. So 7 is the biggest, baddest. And now we gotta deal with your radiated butt until you despawn. And that has a little cliff to it, doesn't it? So yeah, what do we want to do? What do we want to do? Let's pull this section out. Let's pull this section out. Go in here. What if we hit that elevation just like that? I don't hate that. And then we're just going to sneak this in between. Like that. And up. And in. Like that. And then we'll put our fill station right here. Since we're coming in, let's go straight in. Oh, let's get us some platforms in here. I'm gonna go with a 4. Let's lock it to grid. Center it there. And then off of that shore platform, let's go with 1s. Go back 5 on each one of these. Okay. Put in our stations. And I think let's go ahead and bring everything into this side, because our other node is more on that side of the station. That push pull. And let's finish that rail off. Just like that. A little bit of a clip there that I don't really like, actually. There we go. That looks more better. And then for belts, we're going to need a merge. We can do it with a single. Actually, these are all pure nodes, aren't they? Yikes. Huh. We got a couple different things going on. I think we're going to merge these two at close proximity to each other. Come out a little bit and then run this over this way. And then I'll go ahead and put a merger here on this one. Okay, now that we have that merged, we're going to send that over to the station. And let's see, can we go straight? Yeah, I like that better. And then I don't want to be straight for this one, because this one's going to come in on the lower level. Now I want it straight from here into there. Yes. Right. So we are now populating our train station from these miners. Our other miner back here, let's see. Let's try and follow the contours with him. I am going to have that be a stacked on top of this one. Come on. We're gonna have to go up. Oh, I should have had him come into a stack, but that's okay. That kind of works. For what we got, I can always route that differently later. We're only on a Mark 1 right now, so we won't get too much ore in our inventory from that. Then we're gonna bring this out. What am I irradiated by? I know there was an. Did we already get the goodies from that? I think we did. Whatever goodie was hanging out there, I think we picked it up already. Typically, when there's a random uranium, there's a goodie there to pick up. Sometimes that's not true though. Okay, we got enough to get to our conveyor, and then we're gonna go straight from here to there, like that. There we go. And you can see that this is the bottom one's actually dropping because it elevated on me when I didn't want it elevated, but that's okay. That's not going to bug me too much. The key point here is that we have our Whopper Whopper Canyon copper mine set up. Then we need to create a train on this bad boy. And We might as well drive it to the other side because we did not finish our track on the other side. Oh, we need our stopper. Stopper. Almost forgot the stopper. Oh, wrong button. I have a sip of coffee. Alright. Buffer stopper. Needs to go in here. Buffer stop. Click that to the end of that. And then we can put our train in. Train. We start from this end going this way. I don't have frames. Alright, let's go back to town because we're going to have to set up our rail anyways. So we're going to go down here to Copper Town. I'm going to have to load up my dimensional depot with modular frames. That looks weird. That looks like a No Man's Sky thing. What is trying to kill me now? Oh, piggies? Yeah. Little piggies. 3 little pigs. Here, this is an easy one. This is just gonna come right off of here, out to... Oh no, it's too long. To there. There we go. And then, you know, because this is going to be a single rail, we're going to have to signal this appropriately as well. Too sharply. That's a problem. Why is that too sharply? Oh, that's not any better. What if we come back to this one? That one we can do, and that clips through the cliff. I don't like that. I don't like it. We're gonna have to do some construction here to try and get this looking the way we want it. What we're gonna probably do here. Pull a frame in. Don't know if this is a good spot or not. I'm gonna go up 2. See what we can do with that. Can we hit this? We can hit it that way. When does it go too sharp? Right there. It's not a lot of clipping. We're not on the main rail. I think I'm gonna go ahead and go with that. And then this will not connect there, so we're gonna have to go back to this here. I don't hate that. I think that's about the best that we're gonna get going into that station. All right, we're not very flat off the center, are we? Yeah. You see how that? Oh wait. Or is that just an optical illusion and we are flat? No. Yeah, see how that elevation change is different. I think if we relay this in, be flatter. Because we want to try and get these pretty flat. I think if I do that, does that come in the same way? It does. That's not good. Alright. I think what we're going to do then, to flatten this out, I think we need a couple things. This yeah, let's do this. We'll keep this lightweight. And let's go. Let's go to, let's see what that looks like. Because I think if I come in like that, and then switch out to this, and then switch out to that, gives us a nice three-way switch. That's pretty level. That's not bad. I think I can live with that. It's not perfect, but it's a lot better. I don't think we're going to have any problems with that. Oh, and of course, there is my freaking spam message of the day. Let's just go away, spam message. All right. Let's see. Gotta get one of those every time I go over a certain amount of time. It's like, oh, he's been streaming for a lifetime. Let's throw an ad at him. Let's not say we did. Okay. We have that rail set up to this one now. We don't have modular frames. I think I will do that offline so that we have those for tomorrow. And then we can get the copper train delivering copper to Cooper Canyon. And I don't know. I can't start giggling again about that. It's just not right. Cooper Canyon. God, it's so stupid. It's just funny. And then we'll start building out our blocks, and I think we're gonna do just kind of like we're gonna try and style this like a an old west, because this really gives me like an out west feel out here, kind of like a ghost town type of feel, like small mining town, boom town. That's the word I was looking for. We're gonna try and style this like a boom town a little bit. But with the materials we have, that's going to be a little bit difficult. We'll figure that out tomorrow, and we'll get some blueprints going for our blocks here. We don't need really large blocks because most of our operations in this town are going to be constructors. So, yeah, let me look at this again. For this, our blocks are copper ingots. So we'll have a smelter block. Same thing for the Caterium. Then we have copper to wire as constructor, wire to cable constructor, copper to sheet constructor, Caterium to Q-wire constructor, and copper to copper powder, which is constructor. Then we'll have quartz to both silica and crystal, which is both constructor as well. So all we're going to be doing is smelting and constructing. We might be able to go with a smaller block footprint on this to kind of layer those in. So we're gonna work with those designs tomorrow, and we're gonna try and keep them basic so we can build this out really quick. Unlike Steel City, which was really resource intensive because of the design, but that's gonna also allow us to eliminate a couple blocks off of our Steel City design. And one of the things that we dropped from the Steel City was the motor as well. The motor is going to be in our Advanced Materials City. So we're just going to be doing up to stators and rotors on that now. And and then beam, of course, then all of our regular steel parts as well. Our beam, our pipe, and our EIBs, the encased industrial beams. So we'll do those in the Steel City there. So we have to update our note on this, on what we need, and we're going to be porting in some copper eventually. I think we're going to keep our copper stuff. Actually, we already have our copper hooked up. We might keep that, but we could take the copper out of that. It's just a normal node. And we could end up saying we don't need that copper anymore. We can take out our copper ingot block and replace it with a steel production block instead, and move our iron production block over, because we're still going to need screws. So we're still going to do those locally. So if we take copper ingot out, so already even before we finish, we're going to take some things out. That means we're taking wire out. Wire is going to be now a new incoming station. So our copper station is going to be wire in sheets now. So we'll have to extend that station to two or three. Hang on, let me see how many. And it's got to be a through station now. So we're gonna have to do some refactoring on our existing layout for this. Once we finish the copper one, so we take sheets out, we're gonna take motors out, and now you can see we've got a little bit better. Let's go ahead and rearrange this also kind of according to our blocks. We've got iron ingots, we've got steel ingots, we have beam, we have pipe, we have EIB, we have concrete as well. So concrete, it's in here. Right, so we have iron ingots, steel ingots, concrete, beam, pipe, EIB, screws, stators, rotors. So a few less blocks in our city. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, down from I think it was like 14. Oh, and then our depot. So we've got, and then depot. And then we'll have our input stations that we have to refactor. So our copper one is actually going to turn it into a, I think I'm calling it a tier 1.5 train, which will have, 5 cars on it. That would be a 10 plate station to hold the whole train. I don't think in that space we're gonna go that far out, but we could. We absolutely could. The slots that we actually need are going to be 1 and 3. So at a minimum, we have to go out 4 stations. So 8. Oh, actually, no, I'm sorry. 10. I forgot to add the extra 2 for the station. That would be 12. We'll see. We'll see when we do that tomorrow. But that's well, we may not even get there. We might not even get there for tomorrow. We've finished our concrete block there. So really what we need to do, and before we finish the Steel City, we're going to need to finish Copper Canyon. I actually said it without laughing. Well, then I laughed there, so I ruined it. Never mind. So Copper Canyon blocks. We're going to need, for the blocks on this, let's take a look at our mod order again and make sure we have them all. Turn that on. So we're looking at having copper ingot, wire, sheet, copper powder, cable. That's our copper line. Our deuterium line is just the ingot and quick wire, and then our quartz line is just silica and quartz straight out. So those are all pretty easy to figure out. So in our notes, I'm going to go ahead and add, I'll leave the model order up as I walk through these, and then I'll show you the notes when I'm done. We have our copper ingot, which is going to feed our wire, our sheets, and our powder. And then the wire will feed our cable. And then we've got our deuterium ingot block, and then we'll have our Q wire block, and then silica and quartz which I just call Crystal as a short name. And, well, it's just going to be Christ because I ran out of characters. Um, Steel City. Let's just, I don't think we need to say blocks. And that'll give me enough to finish that. Crystal. Okay. Good. It's a long list. Alright, let's go back out of Modeler and take a look at our list now. So for Copper Canyon, we've got our copper ingot, wire, sheet, powder, cable. Then we have our Caterium ingot and cube wire, and then we have our silica and crystal. So those will be our city blocks, and then we also have a depot at the end of that as well. So depot. So we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we have 10 there, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 there. So we're 10 and 10. That's good. I don't think we can get more balanced than that, right? So that being said, those are our notes for tomorrow that we need to work through. Our list is growing. We need to start knocking some things out. So we need to get this Copper City done ASAP so we can get back to our Steel City and moving on through our plan to get to electronics after that. And we've already got kind of a rail system set up to head out to the desert to do our electronics. And we may want to, and electronics is kind of interesting because we actually don't need to locally resource any materials for that. And now that I think about it, we may have to do our fuel city before we do that because we need plastic for electronics. Well, that changes the order of things now, doesn't it? We need to do fuel city. So we're going to head back out to the western reaches where we've got some oil production already going, and we're going to refactor that into our new fuel city. Oil city is what I'm calling it, which will produce our bulk plastic, bulk rubber, and then also our rocket fuel power production as well. Some of the other things that we did today, we ended up getting, I already put 2 in there. We ended up finding 13 more Mercer spheres today. Let's get those in the depot. That is awesome. We need a total of 38 dimensional depots so that for our parts loading, so that as we are going around the world and wanting to build things, we don't have to go back to a central warehouse in order to pick up parts. And that's going to be really important for us moving on as we get into some of the outer reaches. We're not going to be wanting to go back and forth to a hub, right? And 38 is the magic number from if my calculations are right. That everything that we want to be able to build part-wise is that. I think what we're going to do is probably prioritize our normal things for building. We Mark III miners, Mark II miners, our rails, which I think we're already set on rails, train stations, trains, then our normal building materials, our plate and concrete and rods that are needed, whatever we need for our conveyor level. Right now we're at Mark V conveyor belt, so that means our aluminum is all going into build materials. Right now our LCAD sheets, because that's what we need in order to build out our belts. As you can see there, aluminum, rods, plates, concrete. That's our 4 that we use for that. Our cable for our electronics, so on and so forth. You get the gist. So I think I'll put a prioritized list together of that stuff so we can get those depots set up so we don't run into the issue we ran into today where we're going to build something and we don't have what we need, which was we wanted to build one of these, and look, we're out of modular frames. I think motors is on that list too. So all these parts need to be getting dumped into the depot, and it doesn't look like we're pulling any rubber from the depot either. So, like I said, need to prioritize getting these things loaded up into our dimensional depot so that we always have parts loaded into our depot from our factories and are always ready to go when we're building. All right, man, that was a lot today. Big stream. We're just coming up on 3 hours. It got a lot done. Um, I didn't even. I was so excited about this build. I didn't even make it through my 1 cup of coffee. Take another sip. But that's gonna be it for today. I'm Senior Honcho. You're you, and I want to thank you for all the clicky stuff you do on your side, subscribes, likes, whatnot. Don't forget to follow us out on Discord at Senior Honcho on Discord there, and then I'll be back again tomorrow morning with another episode of the Morning Coffee. I want to thank Frank's Place. Check him out on his stream. He's Monday through Friday from I think 10 a.m. to 6 is his schedule. Check him out. He's building out some cool stuff in Satisfactory as well. As well as any other Satisfactory streams out there. Check them all out. Share some love. Until tomorrow, I am Senior Honcho. Thank you very much. Keep building. Stay efficient.